the voters? Are the actions of a former president as important as our country's current problems? It's a big question. I'm joined by Joe Trippi. He is a Democratic strategist and senior advisor to the Lincoln Project and the host of the podcast, That Trippi Show. And Cheri Jacobus is a political strategist and commentator, and she's the host of Politics with Cheri Jacobus. Hello to you, too, and welcome to our Friday night program. Joe, let me start with you. Wow, blue states. Say it ain't so. I never thought I'd hear about Oregon and New York and Connecticut having to worry about close races, but they are.
Well, look, it's going to be close everywhere. And I could say this, you could argue the same things about, Grassley in Iowa, Mastriano in Pennsylvania, Herschel Walker in Georgia. I mean, Arizona, where, that's a red state and Kelly's ahead and the governor's race is a dead heat. So, I mean, look, we're in a tribal, polarized country right now where everybody, it's going to be close everywhere. In fact, most midterms tend to be about turnout, about who gets their votes out. And I think that's really, everybody's sort of dug in. You're either, particularly the MAGA base of the Republican Party is clearly dug in, and Democrats after Dobbs and other things that have happened, the Democrats and women, progressives are dug in. So I think it's going to be close everywhere. You have independent candidates too, like in Oregon, that are draining. In that case, could cause problems for Democrats. But then in Utah, you've got McMullin running as an independent against Senator Mike Lee, and the Democrats have bailed out of that race, and he's giving Mike Lee, a sitting U.S. senator, Republican senator, a huge problem in Utah. So I think this is happening everywhere.
Strange. What a long, strange trip. If Oregon goes red and Arizona goes blue, I feel like I'm on Xanax. Okay, so
exactly.
Cheri, let's talk a little bit about another factor in Oregon that may or may not be playing here, and that's the Nike founder, Phil Knight. He has been using his many millions and millions of dollars in a unique way. He has donated $1 million to the Republican candidate, Christine Drazen. I'm not sure if it's Drazen or Drazen. He's also donated $3.75 million to the independent candidate, Betsy Johnson, who, by the way, in total has only been able to raise $5 million. So 3.75 of it came from Phil Knight. But he's not into the Democrat, Tina Kotek. Nike gave her $75,000. But I kind of wonder if this is having a big effect on Oregonians, and also if a billionaire can just buy a candidate.
Yeah, it's having an effect. It's money. It's lots of money. You've got one man who's basically running this race on his own. He's funding a spoiler. Unfortunately, he can do this legally. In addition, he's also funding all these legislative races. So this is a one-man show. I think because of this, because of his money and what he's doing to manipulate things there, you pretty much have to put Oregon in a different category altogether. Yep. But that's what's going on there, 100%.
So then let's talk a little. Go ahead.
That's not. Yeah, it's not even a different category. I mean, you have, in Ohio, you had Peter Thiel and another billionaire who funded that primary fight for J.D. Vance in Ohio. I mean, this is happening now in many places across the country with in this case, Knight, but in other states, there's someone else stepping up and dumping a ton of money, more money than the candidate has
and
raised.
They want something for it. I think that's what's important to keep in mind. They're not doing it because out of the good for the civic good. They're not doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They don't think it's a civic duty. They are doing it because they want something. They are buying something, and they will get that something.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.